Hi, my name is Razutis, and I'm here in a garden in virtual space, in virtual image wonderland. And I'm reading a book, Through the Looking Glass, and what Alice found there appropriately. Because in this book, Lewis Carroll describes Alice's journey through the looking glass into virtual space, into a world of paradoxes, contradictions, and strange characters. Similarly, we're going to find ourselves in a world of strange medias, from holography, a media that actually can record three-dimensional virtual space on a two-dimensional sheet of glass, to computer graphics, which describe synthetic virtual spaces free of gravity if the user wants, to virtual reality, which features an interaction with computed virtual space. In all of these adventures, we're going to be visiting a number of propositions that will defy explanation at times or defy logic. And what better place to start our journey than at the beginnings of virtual space, and that is with nothing. Virtual space by itself is very, very empty, until that is, we place a background. In this particular setting, the background is provided by fractals projected on a far point. In creating virtual images in virtual space, we also require something called light.
Is this space? Is this virtual space? Are my hands virtually there? Am I virtually there?
Function typically found in computer graphics. Light and objects occupy a spatial relationship to the viewer. The viewer in this case is the camera. You are the camera.
Aspects of image making that is primarily focused on the creation of an image in space, and how appropriate for this kind of exploration that we would view this in 3D stereo video.
In this particular setting, as you can see, there are some anomalies occurring. What is occurring is that you're looking at a mirror image, this being my right hand, occupying a virtual space. And this virtual space appears behind a mirror. The mirror in this particular case is something that is approximately 1.5 feet in front of the screen. As I touch the mirror, you can see that the entire volume is contained.
Once upon a time, humanity thought that the world was flat.
By shifting the position of the mirror and the virtual image and changing the parameters of virtual space through mathematics and computer graphics, through a variety of artifices and technologies, we can begin to manipulate and at the same time discover some of the rich terrain in what is termed virtual space. The narcissism that is inherent in computer graphics isn't limited strictly to the operator. It's also the identification system. And with anthropomorphic images and technical images, the creator, the artist, is sometimes confounded by all the possibilities. And the possibilities are varied as the internet sites today. Within this domain of VR computer graphics are also some traps, some narcissistic traps. Namely, what do we do with the power that we now assume and our identification with that power? Do we suddenly become godlike? Do we become children? Do we become neurotics? Do we become geniuses on our own holodeck with our own data glove to manipulate reality? In fact, in entertainment today, we have a number of collisions occurring. A lot of them have to do with the mystical future of technology and the mystical possibilities of computer graphics and virtual reality. Within this mysticism, perhaps, is the undoing of some of these aesthetic functions. One thing that is certain in computer graphics is that its power relies on kinetic suggestions to the viewer of the capacities of technologies to be almost transcendental, to take you anywhere in time. And this power in these skills of graphic manipulations are some things that may be intersecting with holography. It is my belief that holographic imaging in the 21st century and computer graphics VR representations will find a kind of hybrid form, a joining, and that joining will take place on some strange holodeck that will defy even our expectations today as we speak. Until that time, and I shall speculate in part 2 as to the developments of holography and virtual reality. Until that time comes, this is Razutis for Visual Alchemy, and virtual imaging. Signing off. See you in VR and virtual imaging, part 2.